What a relief! We're back! Yay. Where we belong, in this amazing, wealthy community. Try not to sound too excited. Let's get right into it with last video's first. Hit that like button, please and thank you. Yesterday's first, the metal. Congratulations, first class, thousandaire. Amazing. All right, let's revisit some fundamentals. Are we being smart and productive? Or are we just using objects and systems as an escape? What? That sounds wild. Are you telling me the glimmer of gold and silver? Or the natural luster of a well-preserved blast white old silver coin? Or those beautiful oxidations, patinas, tonings that are like forensically staring at time itself? Yeah, is that not hypnotic? I was getting hypnotized just dazing off thinking about it. So that's objects. What about systems? Monetary systems, economic philosophies, Austrian, Keynesian, Czarnian. I just added Czarnian. All the Czarnians are gone, except for one. Yeah, so no doubt, stoinkalaking is a fun escape. And there's certainly nothing wrong with a fun escape. But a little self-reflection now and then is a good thing to make sure it doesn't get out of control. Escapes can become excessive addictions, and we can end up neglecting responsibilities and other things that are important to us. Also, we can get hypnotized by the metal itself and maybe forget why we even have it, why we own it. What was the initial purpose, and what is the purpose now? You've maybe heard of the boating incident where a man had dropped his bag of gold coins into the sea. He dove in after it and grabbed it, but it was just a bit too heavy to swim it back to the surface. He disappeared into the depths with it, never to be seen again. A question remained. Did he have the gold, or did the gold have him? There's two thoughts you could have after hearing that. One is, that's ridiculous. But is it? Immediately thinking it's ridiculous makes me think you could be vulnerable to it. You may not even realize that your gold and silver can drag you down. You may have heard me say in the past, cash has ideas, and it's usually a lot of bad ideas. What do I mean? Perhaps I have a thick knot of filthy fiat in my pocket, and even another thick stack of promissory petrodollars in my dresser drawer. When I have a bunch of ready cash, I also have a bunch of bad ideas. The cash may say to me, hey, let's go to a restaurant, let's go to a bar, let's take a trip, let's take some time off work. Let's buy a larger television. Let's buy a better phone. Let's buy another tablet. And I've always said, when I take that cash and turn it into gold and silver, those loud, bad ideas are silenced. But that doesn't mean gold and silver don't have a voice as well. It's just quieter, calmer. And if you listen for it, you can hear it. It says, we are doing great. Don't ever let me go. And maybe the man in the sea came to his senses and did let go, but it was too late. He was just too far from the surface. Now, the other thought you could have after hearing that story is, yes, that makes sense. So you probably have a keen sense of awareness, which doesn't absolve you from vulnerability, but at least you're aware. You know, and knowing is half the battle. All right. So I'm going to revisit some reasons why I own it. Silver, gold, some semi-numerous coins, coin collecting, stacking, stoinkalaking. All right, let's get into it. Reason number 1. This one's good, but at the end, I have a reason that you're just not gonna believe. It's gonna blow your mind, guaranteed. It's out there. But for now, reason number 1. I buy and hold this stuff to preserve my purchasing power over time. And when I say over time, I'm not talking about 3 months. I'm not talking about a year. I'm not talking about 3 years. Around 4 years, 5 years, and so on. That's kind of how I look at things I buy. Assets that I buy, I mean. Gold and silver retain their value over decades and centuries, unlike fiat currencies, which lose value due to inflation. An example being, in 1920, you could use a $20 gold coin and buy a well-tailored suit. Today, $20, if you're lucky, may buy you 2 fast food meals, which I wouldn't recommend you do that to yourself. I don't just want you wealthy, I want you healthy. Always remember to take care of that fleshy part of your stack, you. Anyhow, if you sold that $20 gold piece today, Tuesday, July 15th, 2025, You could get about 3,200 bucks for it. 3,200 filthy, filthy fiat promissory notes. Promises backed by more promises. They might keep the promise, I don't know. Anyhow, could you get a good suit today for 3,200 bucks? I think so. It certainly wouldn't be a bespoke, but it'll be pretty nice, I bet. All right, I don't want to think about centuries. How about since 2010, when I started stacking? I could buy a Silver Eagle for about 17, 18, 19, 20 bucks around then. It was just beginning to warm up for that 2011 run. But what could I get for about $17, $18 in 2010? Remember at the time you could go to a restaurant and get a 2 for $20 deal? A couple steaks, a couple sides, an appetizer, a dessert. For 2 people nonetheless, for 20 bucks. I mean, you still got a tip, and of course they're going to gouge you on the drinks. But still, let's think about it. If I took a Silver Eagle and sold it today.
Hold on to me, don't sell me.
Eagle, come on now, this is just theoretical. All right, 2025, how much? 2 people, full service, crappy restaurant. I could probably get about 37, 38, maybe even 39 bucks for an Eagle today.
No, don't do it.
Eagle, it's theoretical. So yeah, I think we could get about roughly the same. The 2 for $20s were just teeny tiny sirloins and a couple sides and a crappy little dessert. It might be a bit more than $37, $38 to get that today, but something to consider, there is less workers nowadays. So services have gone up. Baby boomers are retiring and phasing out. Gen X is kind of a small generation. But we got a big millennial generation to start filling the gaps. I hear Europe doesn't, by the way. A little off topic, but I hear they don't have that big millennial generation. When I was growing up, Europe was portrayed as this romantic place. If they were so romantic, where are all the babies? Anyhow, let me consider some things that weren't services. How about a ribeye steak? If I recall, I could get a ribeye for about $13 a pound. Uncooked from a grocery store. If I go to that same grocery store today, it's about $21 a pound. Now, I could go to Walmart and still get a ribeye steak for $13 a pound. But I was making my comparison from the same grocery store. So, has silver and gold in this circumstance protected my purchasing power? I would say certainly so. I may have even come out ahead. All right, I just looked up the average cost of a gallon of gasoline in 2010, and it was $2.79. I think it's about that now, right? So we're still doing great with silver. In fact, ahead. Hey, everybody likes the GSR, gold to silver ratio. But what about the other GSR, the gas to silver ratio? That makes me think that either the price of silver could come down, or the prices of everything else will go up, or they both might meet each other and do a little of both. I don't know. What do you think? By all means, chime in the comments below. Sometimes when the silver price spikes up, I let a little go. But pretty much all my other assets are spiking up as well. So I don't really feel the need to let any metals go. If I had some gold that wasn't a centenario, well, I'd probably trade it for something else. Silver, platinum, maybe even a graded comic book grail. But that's me. All right, so what's another reason I own this stuff? Silver, gold, and some semi-numis coins. It's true ownership of an asset. There's no counterparty risk. I've had crypto on exchanges, collecting what I thought was good interest. And the exchange goes under. A couple exchanges went under. I get some settlements that were like selling my crypto at a low. I recovered some value, but with substantial losses. And I even had to jump through some hoops to get less money back. No apologies, no I'm sorry, sir. It's gone. If you would like to settle for less, we can do that. Or you can have nothing. I took less. There aren't many assets you can own without counterparty risk. So I definitely feel good owning some physical gold and silver. And at this point, I would say it's very practical to own them. It's not just a fun escape. It's nice to own an asset that's not dependent on the banks, brokers, or governments, holding something real and heavy that has value across civilizations. No matter what language they speak, they all know what silver and gold is. And it has value everywhere. Will I be buying much more of it in the coming weeks at these prices? Well, for one, I can't really afford to because, like I said, the price of everything else has been going up as well. Everything's going up but my pay. I will still continue to pick up an old silver dollar each week. I'm actually about to head out to the NSLCS right now, not so local coin shop. I'll be picking up an old silver dollar, and I'm probably going to look at their dimes. I may get some Mercury dimes, but I'm not going to buy them. I may take some pieces with me that I'm not that excited about and trade. I know, probably not smart. There will be friction. I just want some more Mercury dimes. Maybe I am still a little mesmerized, still a bit addicted to the escape in objects and systems. Hey, I guess we all have to have a crutch, right? It could be worse. All right, I'll probably show you what I got tomorrow. I hope you hit that like button. Remember, your likes expand this community. And what an awesome, wealthy community we are. It's also easy to join. Just hit the subscribe button. Or just search for the Thousandaire Radio. Whatever you have to do to show up every day. I've been showing up every day for a little while now. Not easy, no sir. Especially when already being drawn and quartered by an overwhelming schedule. It's all right, we'll get it all under control. And then bite off more than we can chew once again. All right, that's it. That is it! Is that it? Yeah. Thousandaire Radio, wicked shout. Join the pen pals. You can now write me at The Thousandaire Collector, 1700 Sullivan Trail, Suite 7, Box 111, Easton, Pennsylvania, 18040. Don't forget to include your info so I can put you on my mailing list.